Hello everyone, this would be the 7th episode, I guess, of the Chaos playthrough of the game Tale of Immortal, and I realized that I haven't finished the standard Alchemy Zhujian quest, and so I think this is just a continuation of the quest about the Divine Gudrun Temple, and you will find out that Zhujian is actually a good person. And I think, yeah, right. So she will help you. So once you finish, before you finish the last quest, you would get this surging young poison, and you have maximum vitality minus 2%. But she offers to cure for you. And this is, I think, it's just another small side quest of this to let you know what exactly is going on inside this sect. And yeah, so Zhujian, I think you just need to come to here, and she will solve this problem and get rid of this. Alright, and I think my plan right now is just to go past the 100,000 heals. And I will probably use a psychic charm if I actually have it here. Yeah, I do have one. No, not this one. The Huafeng Psychic Charm. The moment I enter the 100,000 hills, just to review where are the 3 circles, and also that one single dungeon where you can get more herbs. Anyway, let's go. And yeah, once you reached the location where Zhujian tells you to come here, she will find the antidote for you and also give you some recipe. I actually never used any of this recipe yet, so I really can't tell you what is going on there. And then you have another quest for this. I am actually not sure if I should finish it. I might maybe try it now, but right now I'm still at Origin Spirit early. So the first thing I need to do is first find the location, explore this region, find the location which is empty, then shift my sect to here, and yeah. And here's the continuation of the Alchemy quest. You can inspect everything, basically get you something, and sort of you know what exactly this sect is about. And this guy will show his true face. Basically, crazy person. Yes, you are crazy. Now here, instead of choose you must stop. Instead you should choose this. No, we walk on different paths. And this is a better way to continue the quest. And now we have Yao Chengden's ambition. Yep, here. You don't need to finish this quest because it's in Immortal region, which means it's probably more difficult. The moment you reach the Immortal city, you can get this tavern quest, the purple one, and you got this one, basically the young drunkard, and you can take this Firebird quest. I think you can finish it in Original Spirit, but you are in really no hurry to finish this thing, and you should follow him, of course. And by the way, you can open this packet. There's nothing wrong to open this packet. And it will give you quite some skill fruits, which is not bad. And also these 2 things, I was really wondering how does this guy have this mulberry branch fragment of the East Sea, because even though there are more continual quests in the Geo area, but that's about the mulberry branch, but that does not mention anything about this person. And yeah, and as well Nether Mountains. I don't know, and I thought they might have some use of this thing in the later quest. Turns out no, you just need, looks like right now you can only just sell it to get some spirit stones. And obviously as RPG player, you never sell such special items in general, so I will do what I usually do, which is put it into my vault. And who knows, maybe in some later patch they suddenly remembered there are these two things and get you something. It's the same reason I haven't used this yet, because use this thing really just doesn't give you any useful things. And alright. And just the continuation of the quest. And you know his name, Jing Hong. And you got the Firebird quest. You can take this quest, do not ignore it, but you don't need to really do it now. Again, you have to running around quite a lot in this Yongling region, so what I will do is when I decide to do this thing, I will drink 3 wines out of the 3 regions for the speed, and then try to finish it in 1 or 2 months. And then once you take the quest of the Firebird, you would get this quest of the Magpie. And it's pretty dumb, to be honest, because you can only finish this quest once you finish the Firebird quest and get the feather. And then once you give it to Magpie, you get this special thing which is only really useful for temporary time, which I don't like anything which is not permanent. And yeah, not very impressed. By the way, so that so-called little anyway, I mean, if you probably already knew the story. The story is, so that little, let's say, Immortal, which cheated Magpie, is actually those little rabbits, which sometimes you can trigger those little rabbit events where they will try to cheat your things. And if you give that rabbit a purple menu, eventually you will find out she cheated you, and if you beat her up or something like that, you will get something better back. I think that's just one of the small quests. This is just one of the newest quests about Gourd. I think I never mentioned this in this playthrough, but so it can be triggered if you send one of your teams. So for example, if I call them to recall, alright, and if you send them, go to explore the world. So this will only trigger if you choose the last option. If you do that, it's better to do it once at least at each realm, and then it will trigger this quest. And what is happening is here you need to have the imp fight against this person, and if you get it, you get some recipe. And yeah, so this NPC is actually a real NPC in the world, and you can talk with them. He's your friend. I think I can even try to recruit him. Do you want to join my sect? No. I think once you get enough hearts, he will automatically join your sect. But for now, I do not really intend to continue this quest yet. I believe this is probably one of the last quests of this ugly cultivator. And basically he's telling you about some village and stuff. You need to ask him what to do. So I know this is in Chinese, but in general he's telling you there are 2 choices. And he's saying that if you don't come, he will choose the second choice. So that whatever the children will be a normal human. But the first choice is to take 3 years, and 3 years later he will come to do something. And you can either choose the first or second, or neither, and or leaving. I think if you choose neither, he will force you to choose the second one. So I choose the first one, and then he will ask you for spirit stones, and translate a little bit of it. Hopefully this is nothing to do. The point is, after this one, you get 100 skill points, which is quite good. Also, you get this recipe in Dark and Soul, but this allows you to make this thing, Imp Realm Elixir, which is quite useful. I think I only have 1, but in order to let your imp to break through, you will need a lot of it. I'm not sure if it's simply because I have missed quite many this quest, because, well, it should have triggered each time when there is a realm, but I didn't really do the quest. So maybe there are more like Herbola, yeah, like this one. Maybe there will be more, but I don't know if that is the case. Oh, these two are not. These two are from the Alchemy quest, but this one is the untranslated one. I was thinking if we can also get the recipe to make like experience elixir or even transformation elixir. Who knows? But if that's the case, then I really missed a lot. And the main thing about the Immortal region is actually the secret sect questline, which I do plan to be the main part of this episode, because around Original Spirit, the only thing you do is go to these places, you know, land of Norwegian or Land of Beyond, with any one of them, and fight a thing, get a map, and then fight a nine-tailed fox. And you really have to do infinite times of grind in order if you want all 5 correct materials. And I don't know why they haven't fixed it. This is the worst part of the game. And to be honest, I would recommend if you just fight a nine-tailed fox 5 times, either you just be okay with it, you know, get whatever the rest materials from your sect, and just break through with whatever 5 material. Don't care about it's orange or purple, or just use a cheater. I mean, because this is literally the fault of the div team. I don't know why they don't fix it. I mean, it's just a waste of time and your life. And that's what I will do. I will fight it 5 times, and I will try to see if there's anything from my sect and open some chests. And if I don't get any, I might just break through with whatever materials I have, because I have no time for this thing. And beside me, on the right side is Realm or Region, and here you can farm for some materials for comprehension, and yeah, which can be quite useful. And once you can defeat the Lydra here, you should probably try to defeat all of them all the time, because they give you this item which you need for breakthrough, and that item, if you put it on the auction, can sell quite a big money. And also if you give it to any cultivator, basically automatically brings it to 5 hearts. I mean, maybe not HC, but any other cultivator, even if they hate you to guts, gifted them their one thing and they go to 5 hearts. And here is the tip to defeat Land of Beyond. You just need to switch to a blade martial skill, which allows you to life steal during the attack. And because the way this Land of Beyond attack you is, you just keep on losing your health. Like for example, for me, it's like every second 136, and there really nothing good much you can do about it. And so the easiest way, just as you know, get a blade skill, and therefore where you are attacking, you are also recovering your HP. You don't need to be very useful blade skill. For example, you can see here I'm using a blue one, and I didn't learn it at all, so there's no sub skills there. And it will take a lot of time if you didn't, like me, you didn't learn any new mind skills during the original Spirit. But this is good enough to allow you to deal with Land of Beyond. And I mean, it's slow, but there's no real difficulties in this one. As you can see, basically my HP is still full. So yeah, that's how you do with this. I mean, obviously in this case it will be more difficult to deal with the 9-tail, but you could always first get 5 map of 9-tails by defeating 5 times Land of Beyond, and then start to, you know, get better skills and try to defeat the 9-tail. Anyways, this is really boring, so I will stop here. Alright, let's talk about Secret Sect and quest. So while you are at Immortal region, you can either take a quest or no need to take quest. Anyways, you see these little dungeons icons, anyone. You just come in, start a fight. You don't need to take a quest, but yeah, it's really good if you take a quest so that I can actually finish one. So you do this and clear up the dungeon as usual. I mean, I haven't really updated my skills, so my stats are pretty bad. But you see that there's this little icon on the map. It's a little question mark. That means there is a quest over there, and this one is where how you trigger the secret sect quest. So sorry for the slow fight, but yeah. Instead of finish the dungeon, you first go to this one, and you will find some person lying on the ground. And you see that this person's head there's a hole there. His Dao mind is shattered. I actually never chose plunder or bury. I usually choose investigate, but I guess it will be the same thing, because in either ways you will find these two things. One is ugly colored Taoist fruit, another is crumbed letter. They have no use, so you can just, once you finish this, you can just save it into your vault. I mean, you can read it of course, but it's not really necessary. And once this is done, then you, in the next, I don't know, few years, almost every month or every few months, you will get some quest triggered. Oh, come on. And then you would start to trigger this quest chain of secret sect, and I would say it's quite nice because first of all, many times in those small every month triggered small quests, you can get some skill fruits, and they are always very welcome. And also there is another next key point which I will probably record it in the video, is the Tianbao, the fake Tianbao selling fake Dao fruits. And then after that you would get another direct fight between the two secret sects, and then you will trigger the quest that you need to go to somewhere here to fight a mythical monster, which is quite difficult, and also the difficulty changes with your realm. So I do recommend you finish either at Origin Spirit or Not and Soul. And once you finish that, you get the chance to give this item to either sects, and then you would get a chance to learn a special fate. And Supernova Sword is the one you give it to the Taoist Pavilion, and it is a very good fate for many builds, especially for Lightning, but also good for many others. I might not take it in this playthrough because I'm using Sword, and even though Supernova Sword looks very fancy, looks cool, but you don't really need it to make Sword build work, so I might not take it. But yeah, at least once you finish that quest, it gives you the chance to continue this quest and get this fate. And finally, once you finish that, you will get the end of this quest chain, which you can allow to help join and help either way. And then in the end, you will get a mount, which is and the Taoist Pavilion mount will give you like a Taoist skill fruit. It says every year, but I think it's more frequent in practice. And if you join the other way, the Mind Snap Temple, you will also get a mount, which you will frequently get a quest to shatter a Heaven Chosen's Dao Mind. And that once you do that, it will give you more Dao fruits. You don't really need to do those quests, as they said, but because it's actually quite a lot of effort. You have to defeat them 6 times and humiliate 6 times. So yeah, but yeah, I will probably record every step, the key step of this quest. And one thing is, you don't, apart from the key steps, in the middle part, whichever way you help, which side doesn't really matter. Alright, I realized that yeah, you can actually see what is the key point of the quest by opening the scrum of the letter. And you'll see Sage Tianbao Taoist fruit is high quality, blah blah blah, which means that the next key point of this quest chain is the actual fake Tianbao's event. And here we go. This is the second main quest of the secret sect. So basically Sage Tianbao. And this is death one. I mean, you cannot defeat the fake one. I think even if you, let's say you start doing this quest at Transcendent and manage to defeat it, it still will let you die, I think. Anyways, so basically you have 2 people try to fight for the Dao fruit. And So if you choose agree to purchase, you are more towards Mind Snap Temple side, and if you refuse, you are more towards Taoist Mind Pavilion side. But anyways, you will have this fight, which is basically a guaranteed lose. I will just let him kill. Ah, come on. Faster, faster. Sometimes I feel like if I actually try, I might still have a chance, but even if you defeat him first time, he will revive and become more powerful. And then Sage Tianxuan will come to save your ass. And that's Supernova sword. Super fancy. Indeed, but good for many builds. I'm still considering if I will take it or not. Anyway, wow, I have very little. So yeah. And this is the next key step in the event chain of Secret Sect. You would see two black-robed people talking, and then this icon will appear on just nearby. And you should save before this fight because you need to fight some NPCs. Sometimes there are haven't chosen NPCs, sometimes they are one realm higher than you. So you might die very easily here. But yeah, so yes, I should probably just skip all this part. You see Tianxuan here, and you would see Bitterfly Spirit there, which means, yeah, these two are the main leaders of the Taoist Pavilion and the Mind Snap Temple. And you should keep watching, waiting for opportunity, and this will lead you into the fight. You can choose to help anyone, to be honest. Oh my god. I actually find this NPC is quite slow. Just look at how he almost just murdered my thing, but yeah. I used my fire motion after she used the fire motion, therefore I know that he cannot use the fire motion to escape the Shadowless Sword, then use Shadowless Sword and hit. And since I am in the Murderous Rise time, that's practically guaranteed crit and immediately done. Because otherwise, this person's damage is quite high. I just got hit a few times, I'm almost dead. So I suspect it's actually a Narsen Soul NPC. But yeah, after this you would get this secret letter, and you can read it. So basically, after half a year later, I will thank you in person. So that means half a year later, you probably will trigger the next part of the quest, which would be kind of you need to go to here to fight that. I think what's the name of it? I don't remember, but it's a mythical beast, which is a difficult fight as well. So I am in the middle of one of the random events in the Secret Sect effect. Basically, your enemy was defeated by one of the Secret Sect NPCs, and sometimes their identity will be revealed. And for those NPCs, you would find those background will be different. Like for Taoist Pavilion, it is this background, where for the Mind Snap Temple, it's this purple background. And if they are HCs, you would also find their Taoist mind would be different as well. And in fact, some HCs which belong to the Taoist, belong to the Secret Sect, if you do not get their identity revealed, you cannot even see their Taoist mind because it will be hidden. And even in their in their backstory, sometimes you would see something hidden as well. Anyway, so yeah, this is one of the few random events which can happen. Again, doesn't matter which one do you help. So for example, I will help Taoist Pavilion this time. And I forgot to change just realized that I forgot to change my main thing, but that's okay. with a fire thing, it's just really easy. And you will get this thing, and if you help the Mind Snap Pavilion, you will get another thing. The use of these two things are the same thing. Basically, you need to, once you get it, go to item, material, no, special. Here, for the Taoist one, you come here, you use it, and you have to pay 8,000 spirit stone, and it will give you some Tao fruits. So a really source of skill fruits. For Mind Stamp Pavilion, I think you have to pay some of your lifespan, which is again, in general, a pretty big resource. Unless you do top rating all the time. So the quest of Feng Lixi is actually sort of not really starting from here, because previously there would be some kind of dialogues which you can either stop or help the demonic tribe, but in general you can always avoid a fight. But this one is the one you cannot avoid a fight. And I actually have nothing so early in this case. However, you need to stop her, because this is one of the main quests. But even though I am at Origin Spirit, but I'm stronger than her, because I have 650 attack. That's because I got 3 attack buffs, and this is because I was already farming the 9-tailed fox, and already did it once. And I have changed my mind skill, a new move from, I think dropped from the Koto. And yeah, this basically makes me have enough attack to deal with 9 tails easily. And I haven't changed any other ones, and right now I do feel my mana is not enough. I would probably need to find a new guide with shield. And also I need to find sword mastery to reduce the cooldown of my motion skill, because I do feel it's not enough to deal with 9 tails. However, deal with she should be way more than enough. Oh, she's actually a sword cultivator. Interesting. Yeah, very easy. Come on, nothing so. Nah. I actually don't really need anything. Just get out of here. So now you can save Feng Lixi. So if you look at the icon on the map just now, you would realize that she actually has a snake-shaped lower body, but it's not really visible from here. And you can talk about this. And if you know something about Chinese mythology, you would know that this girl, Feng Lixi, is very likely to be Nuwa, aka the goddess who created humans in Chinese mythology. And yeah, then you get this quest to escort the girl home, which you don't really need to do now, I think. I mean, I will do it once, maybe when I find one of the fox is close to here, and then I will just do it on the way, but not now. But I do plan to, yeah, this is too coming from the 9 fox fight, and I got this guy, which I don't really need, because it's probably one of the worst ones. But yeah, as I said, I will just take 5, whichever material it is. And I have this guy as well, which is something around here. I might just do this and then do it again. I will only showcase one of the fox fights, which maybe let's see which one I do it best without her. Last fight I actually hurt me quite a lot because I made many mistakes. But yeah. So I am currently escorting Feng Lixi back to her home. So if you come here before you take this quest that you escort her back home, every time you meet this one of those demonic tribe, you will have to get into a fight. It's not that difficult because they are pretty weak. However, their damage are quite high. So if you are really good at dodging their bullet, it's not a problem. But you don't really get anything out of it as well. But now, for example, if I come to here, she will say, stop, she's my friend. Therefore, you don't need to fight anymore. And yeah, here is Daddy Feng Yunzhuo. Super strong. But yeah. And once you finish this, next time I think you can get a quest where you help him to defeat that giant tree in the north. It's one of the typical things that me and Kobe Bryant both together we scored 80 scores in a match. And let's see how this will be going. I'll try to fight the Night-Out Fox, and let me show what my stats. 661 attack, and 2 mighty strands, one from Immortal, one from Huafeng region, and still the old golden core skills, and now have used a golden core fire out, which I haven't really learned any sub skills. And still same thing, but I do learn this golden core mastery, which I comprehended so that my motion skill cooldown is much more. And this should allow me to dodge the fox's attack much easier. Let's go. This guy wasn't really that useful, so I'm thinking, but he is my only level 5 one, so I might still use it. Alright, let's do it. Go, 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 go. Right. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, my attack was not that high, actually. To be honest, much lower than I thought. So you need to be a bit more careful dodging this thing. And as you can see, my mana is not that much. I think that is actually my main problem here. What am I doing? I could stand behind it to get less. Without the mod, it's really hard to see when is your fire motion skill. I got hit by this, but that's fine. The more dangerous part is when you get hit by those hearts and you are stuck there, and then you see these 5 blue balls that coming towards you. Otherwise, it's fine. Trying to use my good. I'm just sitting behind it. Look at it. Look at my guy. Oh my god. That's pretty nice. Try one. Go. This should be enough. Pretty good. And what do we get? Useless one. At least give me the purple crit damage one, but alright. That's the problem of farming Nine-Tailed Fox. And the real problem is, next time I farm it again, it might be still... Where was it? Still this one, and then you can't even use it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm still using my golden core level skills, and you can see that it's not that bad. The only original spirit skill for me is the attack. So I have got 5 different items to break through to original to nothing. So I mean, actually it took me 2 times to save and load because they keep on giving me the same thing. In principle, you would like this guy because this guy has a high risk attack, but I don't have it. Even this one, 21, I still don't have it. So I have this 3. Especially this guy is the most useless one, but I don't want to waste my time. Then I have Cosmos Leaf and Recurring Flower. With this part I am quite happy because it's critical damage. And I think, yeah, one of the 3 also have, yeah, this guy also have critical damage. So I guess I will be happy just to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 2. Even though I lose something like 20 attack, but I don't really care. And now I just need to get Ruby Coral, which is from this guy. And yeah, I took one detour and managed to reach just before the end of this year. And let's see how it goes. So, actually, in a way, this guy, the fox might not be a great thing because it will, will stun the enemy and it will break its pattern. So I'm not exactly sure if I should use it, but let's see. Oh yeah, the mushroom can be very scary because because it can actually take this giant mushroom, which can be really scary. Okay. This is still fine. This is fine. Safe and slow. As you know, it's the same thing that you use Fire Motion during his second run. It will sort of stuck his AI. Oh no. This can be annoying. He will be super fast. Okay, at least the mushroom thing went disappeared. And you know you want to use your ult, but don't use your ult this time. This will take quite a long time, I can see that. And I'm not even sure if my mana is allowed me to do it. Okay, now we are back to square one. That's fine. Again, no out. Waiting. So now I can use my out actually. Run. Okay. No, too close. That's fine. I kind of want to save my fire motion. I mean, the best way is actually use your fire motion and immediately use your special skill, and you use your fire motion again. But sometimes it doesn't really allow me to do that because I sort of don't want to risk. 1, 2. I could just use it again. No. 3. Just waiting for it to come. Come. Come to me. Alright, not that bad. What do we get? Gale Sword. Does this one have the... No, it doesn't really have the one which allows you to reduce the cooldown, so no use. Sky Shadow Sword, no use. Move. They are all standard attacks. No good one. What about this? Technique. Yeah, a good technique is not that bad, actually. This one is not bad. Then, of course, I have this, which allows me to upgrade my good move. And now I already have everything to break through, but I will probably just go across Koto Hatui and Dunkang in 1 month, so that next time it's refresh, I can just defeat all of them soon. They sort of refresh in some month of this year, but I was too busy around here and I was sort of ignored it. But yeah. Alright, time to break through already. And as I said, I won't spend any more time in this stage. So we got, obviously, we'll try the havent. Auto add, auto add. As I said, I have these 3 and these 2. And I bought this directly from the sect. You can just farm the shards and then do it. It's not really a big deal. But yeah, in general, you can always find this kind of things in your sect. And to be honest, let me just try to see. This is actually quite good. But yeah, it doesn't really. I was trying to see if it actually gives me more useful stuff or not, but no. Well, later on I would have to buy this thing and eat. It's actually quite a lot of work. Too much click at this point. They should just have this one button to buy everything from the sect. But yeah, I think one of the most does do it. Let's do. We already knew that I'm going to choose the second one of the martial skill specification, unless there are some really good ones. But let's see. Emperor's Legacy, no. Mirage Port actually can be good, I think. Especially for an Alchemy build, but I'm not really interested. Quick Escape, one of the best quality of life. Yeah, fate. Just fight anyone and escape. And also you can also use this way to bypass all those, all those areas. Like, remember that when you go to East Sea without finishing the Jingwei quest, you will meet Leviathan when you get into the sea, but then you can just escape and then bypass the entire quest and come to Immortal region. This one, oh, not bad. Chicken Kings, no. Falling Back, no. Elixir Recycle, no. Oh, this is one of the Elixir phase, but I won't take it. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, where is my... What? Where is my... What? Where's my martial skill specification? Isn't that a guaranteed one? I'm so confused. What did I do to this game? Okay, but what did I do to this game? What? Yes, I have martial skill specification. What the hell? Where is the second one? This is so fucking dumb. No, I don't want to know what is nonsense so. Oh god, I have to reload this. Okay, since he decided to give me this shit, instead of giving me martial skill specification that I needed. Okay, have to do this now. Got another ancient page. Okay, first of all, reload. God damn it! I have never thought this will happen. This playthrough is just full of surprises. My god. Where is my martial skill specification 2? I don't get it. Is it... Oh, god. I forgot to save before I do this, because I thought I would definitely get that. No, I don't want to participate. Anyways, I will give up on the tournament. Oh well, I will just have to go to... No, that's a lot of work, because I have came to the city, the auction, took the Asian page, and then drink 3 wines, killed 1, 2, 3 mythical beasts, and now have to do all of that all again. Oh my god. But anyways, the plan is get the Asian page, change my sect fate to something more useful, and then redo it. Okay guys, I just realized I don't need to use ancient page to change the sect's destiny and stuff, because we have the Secret Sect event. Of course, the whole episode is all about Secret Sect, and I could have finished this event, fight this monster, and I should do it because right now I am Original Spirit, and I should do it while I'm in lower realm. It's easier. I mean, I know I'm not optimized at all. I'm still using, very low realm skills, but I should be able to do it. The point is, once I did this, I can give it to TianXuan and rewrite my destiny. So even though this right now, I break through the destiny list doesn't have anything I wanted, but this should be done. And in order to fight this, I will actually use the blade one. This is because Moonshadow Sword cannot pass through the rock where this monster creates. In fact, many of the Shadowless also cannot pass through it. So I need to be very careful casting this one. And it will be very difficult to fight, and let's hope I can do it. I should have learned more sub-skills of my blade skill. Right now it's blue and not even learned. This is not good. Let's see. Shield, good. He will try to fight me. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Just now, come at me. No, why do you come towards my fox? That's one of the biggest problems. It doesn't really go with what I planned. Okay, I have a shield. Now, knock towards me. Good. Come towards me. Right. Good. Knock towards me. And he will be knocked. See, even up here, half of my Moon Shadow Sword still didn't hit him. He just come to this thing, and this is clearly not good. Not optimal at all. And I generally don't like this. I'm going to just use this. Please, just do something more useful. Come. Yeah, that's what you should do. Still, half of the Moon Shadow Sword didn't do it justice. But I don't care. Good. Come towards me. Use this and shield to get another one. Now rush towards me. Good. This is still very low. Very low damage. I need more damage. Come towards me. I wasted time. Now you need to charge towards me. Please, do something useful. Yes, thank you. Half health down. Not optimal for sure, but better than nothing. I'm far away. He can't reach me. Second time, use my motion. Third time. Now. Good. I hate the fact that Moon Shadow Sword doesn't really work this way. Otherwise it would be much easier. Rush towards me, come on. And oh yeah, this is good. Finally, Moonshadow Sword hit all and this with the fire motion. No, don't do this. Come. Now, come. Okay, didn't hit me once. I still have the shield. Not a problem. How did you go past my shield? This is cheating. Cheating. Right. Every time I fight this monster, it's always a scary thing. You can? No, he passed through. Now he can go through 2 rocks. This is not good. 3 rocks. Actually, this is good time for heat. What? Did you just dodge all my Moon Shadow Sword damage? How did you do that? Okay. Hey, I'm very close to it. Again? Seriously? Maybe let me try this. Oh yeah. Oof, this takes much longer than I thought. 5 minutes. But yeah, you need to wait for him jump 3 times. Then he will charge towards you. Initially he only knock into 1 rock, and when he will be stunned, you can hit him for 3 times. Then he will wake up again. So a shield menu is extremely important, and a motion skill. And once time passes by, if you still haven't defeated, it can 1 time and knock off 3 rocks. So if you only have 2 rocks between them, he can still not be stunned. That's what happened in the late part of the game. But that's alright. Not sure who is it. I assume this one should be the water god Xuanming, or someone else. I don't know. Again, something that the game left unresolved. However, now once you finish this, you get this guy. Now is the important part. You can either give it to TianXuan or to Bitter Spirit, to a Bitterfly Spirit. This important, the mysterious object. And that's why I'm choosing Huafeng first of all. TianXuan is around here, and Bitterfly is here. Obviously, I will give it to TianXuan because Supernova Sword is something I can do with. And now, let's first breakthrough. Goddamn, I'm still so unhappy that there's no the breakthrough option. I forgot to. The breakthrough doesn't give me much skill specification to. Where is it? Where is it? Heavenly Aura is here. Yeah, I got Heavenly Aura from the Sect Pavilion. I think I already said it, but still. Go. 95%, and no, last time I already breakthrough succeeded, so it's definitely succeed. And it will give me the same 9th useless fates. Not sure why, still not sure why. My assumption is one of the Mirage Port or Elixir Recycle. This new fate somehow messed up with the old system. Will escape this. Nah, I don't care. Actually, why don't I use Mirage Port? What does this even do? Alchemy. Okay. Oh, actually this looks like it's not bad at all. Interesting. Yeah, wish. First time we break through to nothing, so it will give you this thing. Because at the beginning stage of this game, nothing so is the highest realm you can go. So it's one important thing you do. Right. Actually, why don't I just try to do some herbology since I have Mirage Pot? Alchemy, sorry, and that's what I meant. Let's try this. Ah yeah, Mirage Pot. I could just use this guy now. And what? Start? Okay. So, what do I need? I need 1000 water, wind, wood. Water, wind, wood. What are you, lightning? Oh yeah, this is how basically what alchemy works. Instead of looking at the recipe, you need to look at the elements. So for example, this guy have lightning 20. This guy wood 20, so I could use him. And I mean, I have a lot of random stuff here as well. So there's no water. Yes, water. You need. Oh, sorry. Since this guy is 5 water, I need 1000. That's really, that's the only thing you get. Oh well. Ah, the maximum you can put is 100. Well, okay. But that's, I mean, you could take more. It actually makes you easier. Now wind 5 actually. Since I can take quite a lot of materials, so I could use one, but I probably will just check something else. Water, wind, 20. I need 50 of it, right? Right. And finally, wood. Wood, wind, wood, right. I take 50. And then once you say all placed, you are done with it. And you have to play this game. How fast this thing depends on how fast you can, how high your herbology is. If your herbology is higher, this game got slower. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Or is it I'm really good at posing, or maybe this a thing of Mirage Pot? Anyway, that's how alchemy works. Oh god, this game is something new, so I guess this is just some bug as usual. But it's nice I get this thing. Okay, something nice to show why I have the Mirage Pot, and now we can remove it. Yes. Oh, thank you. Is this the same clothes? Oh yes, it is the same clothes. Wow, he really likes this dress. Little pervert. Anyway, now let's give this to Sage Tianxuan. Ah yes, exactly like it. I want to give it to you, so that I can remove my Mirage Pot. Ah, see, good looking guy. So, I would agree to pass on, because that's the one thing I needed. I need to remove my fate. Okay, so you change your Dao Mine, but in this way, you don't really actually change your Dao Mine, in the sense that, where am I? Yeah, I can, I'm still so angry with this, but let me remove Mirage Pot. Get Supernova Sword. Well, that means that I could place Lightning Sword as well. Maybe it's not a bad choice. Alright, now we got this. And our secret sect mission is almost going to an end as well. The next time it will be the real Tianbao, Sage Tianbao, give you a message, and then you have to choose one of them to join. Then you will get a mount. But I think that will be the next episode, because right now I am North and Soul, a baby of a god, and I need to upgrade everything. Alright, that will be everything for this episode, and thank you for your watching, and I will see you next time.